Man, Big Q on a busy Monday for Saints commentary. Shout out to you guys. I'd like to say appreciate all the family members that joined me in the 4 or 5 hour live we did earlier today. But as you know, it's going to be news and notes turning and twisting for the black and gold. And this is one I wanted to share with you guys about Alvin Kamara by the insider, several insiders. Shout out to Kat Terrell. She mentioned this is just something we talked about during the stream about the Saints and Alvin Kamara right after the restructured deal that I wanted to share. So shout out to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. Y'all get y'all prop bets in at FanDuel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Shout out to the new subscribers that joined the Coma. And if you're not a sub up as I push for 15,000 is here. In this article, fam, listen, this is what they're talking about with the Saints reaching agreement today with running back Travis Etienne Jr. There are now questions around the league about whether running back Alvin Kamara will be moving on from New Orleans and whether the Saints would be willing to trade him. Teams are tracking and wondering about it. Now, and listen, fam, we seen his microfollows also talking about Alvin Kamara watch is officially on as the Saints sign him. Now, and I'm going to just say it now. It is possible that the Saints could be considering this. Remember, Mickey Loomis talked about this in previous situations when actually it was Alvin Kamara who brought out the story about him asking him where he wanted to go, and Alvin Kamara basically told Mickey Loomis that he wanted to retire a member of the New Orleans Saints. He has 1 year remaining on his contract. He reworked his deal for the Saints to add more cap to kind of solidify his situation being here. Remember, Alvin Kamara is not as far as what he's been telling us, is not open to playing anywhere in the NFL. That is what he says. He has not said anything to the contrary about he's willing to play over here or there. You know, his talking point in his final season was that he ultimately wanted to finish his career in the city of New Orleans as a Saint member. That's what Alvin Kamara said, and I'm taking his word by it. But a lot of these insiders are talking about Alvin Kamara's status with the Saints. Now, of course, we knew that the Saints did pick up Travis Etienne. They gave him $52 million on a 4-year deal, which basically made him the top guy in terms of free agency and running, in terms of being the RB1 for the Saints coming into this season. Even some of the unofficial depth charts also have him listed as RB1 in terms of that. But that does not necessarily mean that Alvin Kamara is done in the city of New Orleans. He's listed as RB2 there. It doesn't mean at all that he is going somewhere else. It's just what the insiders are saying right here. But as far as we're concerned right now, Alvin Kamara's message was he wanted to finish his career with the Saints. He restructured his deal, and unless something changed, which we haven't seen yet, I don't think any of that is happening right now. So just putting y'all on game about that and letting y'all know about the Alvin Kamara game. So anyway, let me share with you this article as well, so that we can kind of address it even more, because this kind of brings to light several different articles about what's going on with AK-41 in terms of what they're seeing from him. Here it is right here. Y'all hit the like button as we keep going into this thing. Is that Alvin Kamara could be on a trade block after Travis Etienne Jr. signing. Adam Schefter reports the Saints' Alvin Kamara could soon find himself on the trade block for Travis Etienne. Now, I don't know if Alvin has a no trade clause on his agreement, but I know that what he said, that he wants to finish his career as a Saint. But anyway, this article, Saints made one of the biggest splashes of free agency in offseason today by signing Travis Etienne, the former Jaguar, after a bounce-back season. He secured a new contract with New Orleans. That being said, Etienne's rival poses big questions about Alvin Kamara, who was drafted by the Saints in 2017, has been a mainstay in New Orleans since then and is still under contract with the team for the season. With the team signing another running back, many are wondering what the Saints' plan for Kamara is. Adam Schefter reported that the star running back could soon find himself on the trade block after the Etienne signing. With the Saints reaching agreement today with running back Travis Etienne, there are now questions around the league about whether running back Alvin Kamara will be moving on from New Orleans and whether the Saints will be willing to trade him. Now, Schefter reported on X, teams are tracking and wondering about his status. Now, it's worth noting that teams have more recently found success with the two-back running back system. Detroit had two elite running backs in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. The reigning champion Seahawks split time between Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. The Saints could do the same from Alvin Kamara and Travis Etienne. That's what I'm saying. That being said, Kamara's performance over the last few years have taken a sharp downturn. Injuries have sapped the veteran of his speed and agility. Last season, the Saints running back played in just 11 games and logged 471 yards and 1 touchdown, his lowest production by a wide margin. And Kamara has also expressed his intent to play for the Saints for his entire career. So retirement is also an option for the running back. This is true. A trade makes the most sense from the Saints' perspective if they do decide to move on from Alvin. While he had a down year in 25, he is just 1 year removed from a 950-yard season in 2024 where he played 14 games. Teams might still find a role for the former offensive rookie of the year. He has one, and I counted, he has 1 year remaining on his contract. I don't think Alvin Kamara wants to go anywhere. He can contribute. And it's nothing wrong. It's not illegal to have more than one good running back in your stable. Matter of fact, it should be noted that you should have at least 2 to 3 good running backs in your stable based on what we dealt with last year when all 3 of our top running backs, Alvin Kamara, Kendre Miller, and Devin Neal, all went down with injuries last year. And we had to then rely on our 4th and 5th string running back. So it's always a good sign to always keep more than one running back, especially if the RB2, which is Alvin, and RB3, which is Kendre, have 1 year remaining on both their contracts. So it does not hurt to keep more than one running back on the stable. So just because the insiders are saying that people are asking about Alvin, it could mean something. Then again, it probably don't. My thought process is I don't think it is. I think Alvin's been very clear, if anything, that he doesn't want to play anywhere else. So if they attempt to try to trade him, he could just resign. He could just retire. I think you leave him alone, let him fee. He did what he was supposed to do in restructuring his contract to free up money for you. Leave him alone, let him finish out his career. That's all he wants to do, and I'm for that. And he can help. Remember, a lot of that, him getting hurt, a lot of that was due to the really sorry offensive line where he was running hard into these small closing lanes. And he was just running into defenders. It was terrible early on in the year. And that kind of thing happened really tough and hard in the previous year than last year. But Alvin Kamara, in combination with a stable of running backs, if you have a featured back in Travis Etienne Jr., and then you have Kamara there, it can be a good mentor for Etienne, bringing him into the team to help with the transition of the RB1 position. Plus, you need as many weapons as you can when you're dealing with the Saints and giving Tyler Shough all the weapons. So having Alvin Kamara, having Travis Etienne Jr. here is perfect. We don't want to tamper with that at all. So anyway, that's what I got for y'all on that report. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the share button, notification buttons, and also let me know your thoughts on the Alvin Kamara situation. What would you do? If you're the general manager, would you trade him? Would you simply allow him to fulfill his final year like he wants to do and retire as a New Orleans Saint? What would be your course of action? Y'all put that in the comment section. Also, big ups to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. We appreciate FanDuel. Get all your prop bets in that. And shout out to the family members. Y'all hit those notification bells and the subscribe button because I will be back, man. It is busy time to get this free agency stuff to find out where our Saints is headed. So y'all want all the latest updates, hit that notification bell and the sub button, man, and I will provide. So with that being said, shout out to our Patreon membership, our YouTube membership family. We appreciate you, and I'll be back on the next one. Much love, peace, and who that to you. Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the WhoDatDaily.com, your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic, NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.